Now Britain, and by extension the whole world, have a massive problem. And it's only getting worse thanks to a couple of people you might have heard of, Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue. They raised the bar of degeneracy so high that everybody else in their field, they had to disappear for a bit. But they have now returned. And again, the bar is now so much lower that the extremes they're going to, well, we're cooked. We're so cooked. In Britain, this has taken the form of these girls kind of tagging themselves on to Premier League clubs. And the results of this are pretty terrifying. Would you believe me if I told you this was the least harmful clip in this whole video? Probably not, but you know, we'll see as we go along. Historically, I think the most famous perpetrator of this has been a girl called Astrid Wett. You might know her best from leading on an autistic lad called Cal the Dragon.
How does Sweeter make Astrid Wett?
2, 1.
This was, and I feel sad saying it, the highlight of her career. It's at the top of her CV, but ever since then, it's kind of gone downhill. She pretended to get kidnapped by Andrew Tate that one time. You know, the pictures from that, pretty crazy. She's also occasionally managed to find some more autistic lads on TikTok to clip farm.
First person to me has to go down on the other people.
This one kind of feels like it should be rock bottom, but don't worry, it's not. She now just kind of posts stuff on Twitter as far as I can see. I'm bored, need a little cuck to dominate on OF. Fine, but it's not even just her anymore, because that girl from the clip before, she is on equally weird stuff.
Everyone always asks why I'm 4'9". Dad?
Yes, dear.
That's your answer.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that is not her dad. I can't believe she would lie to us like this. I am disappointed. I didn't even know you could hire these guys out anymore. I thought we had laws against this kind of stuff.
You've been in Thailand, haven't you, Dad?
Yeah, that's right. I've just recently got back.
And what did you get up to in Thailand?
Just the normal things you do in Thailand.
You know what? At this point in the video, I'll level with you because the thing that has inspired me to make this video, well, it's something so much worse than something I didn't even know was legal. Because whilst these girls from before, you know, they're doing it in private, granted they're posting it, but it is different. In this race to the bottom, there are a contingent of girls that are doing this stuff in public. And if you can't tell, this is at a football stadium. A football stadium is a place with a lot of children. She's a Man United fan, which is fairly ironic. I can name one man she'll never be united with again. But I don't think I even need to spell out the problem here. And it does, sadly, only get worse.
What's your name?
Mick.
And if you me in any hole right now, what hole would you me in first?
Mouth. Said I can lick it off later.
You want to lick it off later?
Yeah.
I bet you do.
So yeah, maybe the worst clip in the world. Can it get worse? Yeah, maybe. You're going to see, I guess. And I really do feel like I'm just stating the obvious here, but if I had to witness this as a kid, if I had to see this thing walking around interviewing people, I would be scarred for life. And I do at least feel a little bit better by the fact that everybody unanimously is coming out against this. This is so paedophilic and gross. If a man walked around with his knob painted red, he'd have been nicked in 10 minutes. I can't disagree with that. And on the other hand, at least some people at the stadium did confront her.
If you could get rid of one of the players after watching that game, who would you get rid of?
One of them players?
Yeah.
You need some clothes on.
Could just be clip farming and engagement bait, but I'm going to be optimistic and say it's not. And at this point, I don't think it even matters anyway, because she's doing it like the cat is out the bag. Maybe literally as well, actually, and, you know, that's the problem. But naturally, after this amount of backlash, she did the right thing, is what I wish I could say. She actually came on Twitter and tried to justify herself.
Why is it that whenever I go to a game, something bad always has to happen? Like, I go to the Liverpool parade because I believe it should have been us that had that trophy and not them, and I got spat on in my face by a Liverpool fan. And then I go to a first game of the season yesterday and I didn't get let in because of what I was wearing, which is an absolute discrimination.
It is low tier rage bait, but again, I don't think it even matters. She still did these things and she has now made it her personality. Could there be any worse ways to like exist as a human? Maybe. What do you think?
I am Windridge's risen and with the tism. I know the name Shania, there's Neve and Amelia. Bevo, you might be doing a content house with Grace, but yeah, that's old news.
Hey.
She then actually linked up with a infamous UK TikTok creep. There was only one objective in mind, and I'm just gonna let you watch it play out.
Listen to this anyway. This is a message to Bevo, Brandon Beavis, and Brandon Beavis only. I've now got Ryan Windridge sat in my car as my pasture princess. I've also got my two big in the back, Neve and Amelia. So who's winning here? Not you.
Me?
Ready? Look
Yeah,
at
bro,
this.
you're winning. And when you say it like that, you convince me even more.
Ready? Look at this.
Yeah.
And side note, by the way, in this clip, she was tap dancing for a Bevo collab. You only need to go back and look at my last video to see what Bevo's on. Maybe you already have, and yeah, he might be the biggest wretch. We're getting close here, though.
Literally, we're on a trip. We're off to Ibiza.
Woo!
Let's get on in with the. Ryan's got all the women. Yeah. Where's your women?
I mean, in a way, he does have all the women, so we'll give him that. He then went one further and he took her back and they did a little bit more clip farming.
Okay. What have we got? A KFC. She treated me to a KFC and it's only the first date and I didn't pay. I know the man should pay the first time, or is it 50-50? Did either of you pay, or do you pay half and half? Man should really...
I mean, he might be the greatest waffler of all time. I guess if he's talking, then she can't, so I'm not against it.
Do you want a popcorn?
I'm alright.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Comments were on point. The way she recoiled after putting a chicken in his mouth. Didn't even clock this the first time round, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the chemistry was just electric. This is real. This isn't some promotion for her page. She isn't just using this guy, and I will hear nothing of the sort.
Finger licking good.
No,
That's the sports slogan.
if it smells like chicken, keep on licking.
Nah, finger licking good is called.
Cheers.
Mate, absolutely.
Okay.
It is nauseating, but, you know, it's content. And I will give him some credit, because he is a pretty charitable guy.
Delicious. Delicious. I don't know.
Yum.
You haven't even touched yours.
What? I'm eating. This is
Oh,
good.
yeah, solid 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I don't know about that one. And I wish I could say she was, but somehow she weren't even done yet. She actually returned to the stadium to run that gimmick a little bit more. I don't know what security are doing. Like, is this allowed? Apparently. Kinda took a bit of a turn though, because it even got to the point where she was beefing other girls doing the exact same thing.
Come all the way to Old Trafford. I got some bitch doing the same thing as me. Look at it. Fucking hell. It would look better as an Arsenal top though.
And you would think that it was a collab of some sorts. I don't think it was though, because there was some real force on that choke. They even took the beef to Twitter, which can't be good for anyone. I did it better because I don't have spaniel ears hanging from my chest like you, babe. I was polite when I saw you, but I didn't know you were rude. I can't lie. The gimmick is hard to keep up with if you don't know ball girl, so good luck to you, and I hope your milk cannons come in soon. Funniest part though, by the way, is that the other girl that didn't have body paint on, at the time at least, she actually started this trend, but we'll get into that. Well, she got kicked out of the stadium.
Hey, I am leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going.
And again, we will give her credit, although in this instance, credit is probably a bad thing for her. She did start this trend back in the day. We actually did a video on this, like, what, over a year ago, maybe?
What do you think of my kit?
It's eye-catching, isn't it?
Do you reckon you would swap your ticket just to touch my bum?
It'd have to be a hard no.
It gets worse though, because she actually tried to justify it. I don't know why or what she said, because I ain't reading all that. Something clearly changed along the way, because she actually did a podcast appearance. She spoke about the avenue she'd gone down doing content. But the way she paints it, and well, that's not supposed to be a pun, but it actually does work. Well, it's not a pretty picture.
I've lost my life, soul and dignity to this job.
Well, me too.
So I need to do everything I can to be the best.
And your dignity is lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Like, my dignity, the bar is on the floor when it comes to me. Like, do you know what I mean? I've done everything.
If she is being candidly honest, then that can only be a good thing. This line of work, especially on social media, is a little bit glorified right now, especially when some of these girls, not her specifically, but are making content inside like mansions and stuff. It definitely does add a sort of appeal to it.
But you own the fact that you have no dignity.
Yeah.
You're just like, whatever.
Well, I can't really, considering what I've done.
Would you advise anyone to go on?
No.
I respect the message, and if that results in anybody thinking twice, then, you know, it was worth it. Personally, I don't need any more reason to be against this, and I find more and more reasons almost every day.
Would you rather Newcastle want a day or a night with me?
Newcastle wouldn't do.
Are you joking me?
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. If by some miracle we get like 1,000 likes on this, I'll do another one. For now, though, I've got to have a lie down.